Hey guys, it's Sarah and I have not uploaded a video in the longest time, and so before I actually start my video I think I should address a couple of the reasons why I have not been as consistent as I would like on this channel. The first of which being that I started this channel in the summertime when I only had like one summer class going on and I was unemployed. I miss those days. And that's the exact opposite of my situation now. So I'm a full-time student. I'm about to enter finals, like the finals time of the year. So that's kind of stressful, but it's okay. I'll be brave. So there's the school stress, and then on top of that, like I mentioned, I've gotten a job, so I work part-time, and I just have not had as much time as I'd like. And one prime example of that is before, when I would film my videos, I would film at like 3 a.m. right? Like when everyone in my house was asleep, so that I could have like a moment of solitude, of solace with myself. Right now it's like 6 p.m. and my entire household is home. They're really loud and I've tried threatening them, but if they're loud and you hear them in the background, there's not too much I could do about that. Hear anything, just ignore it. I will be ignoring it. What else is there to say? Yeah, no, thank you guys so much. I recently hit 800 subscribers. How exciting. I'm very excited for that. Thank you guys. And the comments that I've gotten on my Lunar Park video and on my beautiful disaster video have been so nice. Even if someone is disagreeing with me, they're being really respectful about it. Usually I've gotten a couple of off comments, but that's like expected. But for the most part, it's been really nice and respectful, and I'm babbling now. But thank you guys so much on the support for my videos. Thank you guys so much for the support on my channel, and it makes me really happy. That's that on that. So I've actually bought a lot of books. Since my last haul video. They're so loud in the background. I've actually bought a lot of books since my last haul video, but I can't feature them all in this video because I've genuinely forgotten like which books I've bought and at what time and all that. So I'm just gonna ignore a large chunk of my like purchased books, and I'm just going to be talking about books that I've bought since the end of October up until now, so like the past 2 weeks or so. Oh my god. I bought the Lunar Chronicles box set from Book Outlet for like $30, which I'm so happy about. So I have a copy of Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress, I think. I have like 3 out of the 4 main books, but I bought the box set because I really wanted Winter, Fairest, and Stars Above, and I couldn't find them at my half-price books, which is where I got the other 3 books. I couldn't find them at the half-price books, and I didn't want to buy them individually full-priced because it would be more than if I bought the box set. So now I just have duplicates, and I might like, I don't know, give them to someone and donate them, or like do a giveaway or something, but I have duplicates of this, and I hate having duplicates of books because it makes me feel like I'm being wasteful and I don't have enough space for all these books on my shelves. So yeah, that's that. So here's Cinder. Cinder is one of my least favorites in the book series. It's still like a pretty solid read. I'd say it's like a 3-star, but it's like the start of a series and it does a lot of the groundwork for the series, which is really good. I'd highly recommend it. I feel like on my channel I don't talk enough about books that I like, but yeah, this is definitely a book series that from Cinder to Winter, which is the last book. Ooh, I love them. So Cinder is Cinderella. Scarlet is Red Riding Hood's story. Cress, which is like everyone's favorite. I feel like it's a common consensus that Cress is like one of the better books. They're all good, but like Cress is like one of the better ones. This is obviously, what's her face? Rapunzel. And then the last book in this series, which is Winter, which has a black female lead. We Stand Winter. Again, they're all a part of the same story. They all like have one grand overall plot, but individual to each book is like a specific romance and a specific like new character introduced, and it's really interesting. I love it. So these are the like 4 main books, and then we have Fairest, which is a prologue. I would think it's Lavanna's story, so the evil queen, because you know all these stories have an evil queen in them. This is her story, and I've never read this actually. So I've read those 4 books like multiple times. I have not read Fairest, and I have not read Stars Above, which is like a short story collection of each of the characters after the end of Winter. This would be a, what's the word for it? Epilogue. This would be an epilogue. Can you tell I haven't read a book in like so long? So yeah, that's the tea with that. I'm really happy with the purchase. I tweeted actually. So I have like this joke tweet that I love tweeting out where it's like, 1 like and I'll do this. very irresponsible thing. Like, one like and I'll skip my class. Like, if someone likes my tweet, I'll skip my class. Usually what I do is I screenshot the Snapchat story myself, or like I like my own tweet. It's like kind of like a, oh, I'll do it anyway kind of joke. I think it's very funny. But so I tweeted out, like, if someone likes this tweet, I will buy the Lunar Chronicles box set. And then I went ahead and I liked my own tweet because I had already bought it at that point, or I had already like thought about buying it at that point. Tell me why like 70 people liked that tweet and they were all commenting like, do it. What I'm trying to get at is book Twitter is an enabling black hole. I will be real with you, I completely forgot the books that I bought. It's just kind of been sitting in like the corner of my little depression cave. And I think the real reason why I want to film this video is because I want an excuse to finally open this book up and have to like force myself to put it away, because my little shelves are so disorganized. It's not even funny. Like, it's so disorganized. Like, it's really bad. Like, there are books that are backwards. There are books that are, you know, like on the floor around it. It's really bad. It doesn't help that the sun is setting like at 2 o'clock now. Real depression hours, bruh. But yeah, so this is gonna force myself to actually put these books away and or ignore it again, but this time it's like a bunch of loose books instead of a neat little package. I'm using my eyebrow scissors. Yeah, my eyebrow scissors to open this up because I cannot be asked to go get an actual pair of like scissors or like a box cutter. So we're using this. And you know what? It worked just as fine. Even though this is like tin foil, it worked just as well. Okay. Okay, I forgot what books I bought. This is like really crazy. I don't even know what these books are. Okay, the lighting looks different, don't sue me. The light just like went out for a second. I'm hoping that this looks the same. So yeah, I genuinely like do not remember buying these books. I must have like, it was not me. I swear it was not me who used my own credit card or my own debit card to purchase these books, but whatever, we're gonna have to deal with it. So the first book that I have in here is The Severed Moon, which is a year-long journal of magic by Leigh Bardugo. I do remember buying this. So this is like a journal. It's really cute. It was like not that much. It was like $3, I think. And I guess each page has like its own little prompt, which is really cute. Do you have a special magical or creative space? How would you create one? If you need guidance, consider what you feel most comfortable and energized by. What colors, objects, textures, and scents. So this is just like about finding your inner magic, I guess. Explain why you see love as ordinary or extraordinary. I like this. This is so cute. So I'm planning on filming like a series of videos where I read an author's entire catalog, and Leigh Bardugo is like the first person that I intend to do this for. So I just went ahead and I like went on Book Out and I bought every book I could see by her. I have like the Shadow and Bones series, or at least the first book, whatever. I have an Audible account. I'll just whatever. I have the Shadow and Bones series. I have Six of Crows. What else is there? I have the Ninth House, which I'll get to. I'll get to that. What else does she have? I think that's it. Oh no, fucking what's that new one called? Like, not the Gilded Wolves, that's something else. Gold cover, like a nice like yellow cover. It's like The King, whatever. Just know that I'm planning on reading all of Leigh Bardugo's books and like talking about it in a video, because I know she's one of the authors that everyone totes as, you know, every book that she releases being better than the last one, and I want to see if that's true. And I have read a couple of her books here and there, and by a couple I mean literally just the Six of Crows books, and I want to see what the hype is about. So I'm starting with the Shadow and Bone, which has been a trip, and I'm trying to work my way up to the Ninth House, and in the mix of that is this book. Nice. Another book I bought was The Wicked Saints, which I genuinely don't know why I bought this book. I think it was just there and I was like, wow, it's there, let me get it. But yeah, so this is a fantasy book that I've tried reading before and I've heard really good things about them. Like the book. I don't know why I said them in the plural, but I've heard really good things about this book. But I cannot get past like 20%. And I think it's because it's a different setting and I just have to like have to become accustomed to it. But I've heard really good things about it and I really want to read it. And you know, when it comes to books, if I can't like read it, like if I cannot soak myself in the story and I'm listening to an audiobook or like I'm reading the ebook of it, for me it's best to just take a step back and get the physical book copy. Like it makes it more likely that I'll finish the book if I actually have the physical copy of it. So I bought this book. I intend to read it. Wicked Saints is about, I've read like half of this book. Like I don't know what to tell you. So I know for a fact it's told from like 3 perspectives or 2 perspectives. So there's a girl named Nadia who hears the whispers of the gods inside her head. There is a prince surrounded by desperate suitors and deadly assassins, and there's a monster hidden behind pale, tortured eyes and a smile that cuts like a knife. That is such a YA sentence. A monster hidden behind pale, tortured eyes and a smile that cuts like a blade. So this story is divided into thirds. Like there are three perspectives. I don't know why I said it like that, but there are three perspectives to the story. I know that there's like a great war and that the girl, Nadia, and the monster are on the same side. They're trying to escape, I think. I'm making all this shit up. The girl and the monster are on the same side, and then the prince is part of the kingdom that is winning this war. I just really hope that I read it. So I got Wicked Saints, which is very exciting. Next is a book from an author that I've already read before, and I have a review of one of her books on my channel, and the book is An Enchantment of Ravens. So this was also on Book Outlet, which is why I picked it up. It has such a pretty cover, first of all. I love this trend of having like artists actually render a cover because it ends up looking like absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. So I don't know too much about the story. I've already read Sorcery of Thorns and I really did enjoy that story. I think I gave it like 4 out of 5 stars. And I've heard that An Enchantment of Ravens is like another standalone-esque fantasy that's like really enjoyable. Okay, so basically the main character Isabel of An Enchantment of Ravens, An Enchantment of Ravens. She is an artist and she's commissioned by the fairy folk to do stuff for them, like paint stuff and craft stuff, because they're incapable of doing that for themselves. And she does it, gets money, gets valuable whatever stuff. One day a prince contacts her and she paints a portrait of him, but she makes the mistake of painting more like mortal sorrow on his face, which is like a huge insult and it has huge ramifications, and as a result she is sent to stand trial in the fairy kingdom. But things start going awry in the kingdom whenever someone attempts to assassinate both her and the prince that is sending her to trial. And the story goes off from there. I don't know, that sounds really, really interesting. I love fairy stories. I love them so much. I love them so much. They're so much fun. Like, it's so whimsical, it's so magical. I absolutely adore it. So the next book I got was Sorcery of Thorns by the same author, Margaret Rogerson. I have a review up on my channel if you want to know what this book is about. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's like a standalone fantasy. I have another Leigh Bardugo book for my little Leigh Bardugo series, DC Icons. It is the Wonder Woman story. This is about Diana before she becomes Wonder Woman, which is cool. And then this is the last book from my Book Outlet little purchase, and it is Boneless Mercy by April Genevieve Touchlock. I want to read this book because it has an interesting premise. So Laini Taylor says that this book is fierce and glorious. So at the heart of Boneless Mercy is a girl gang of assassins. How nice, how cute. So they kill the old and the vulnerable for petty cash, essentially. And that's just what they do. They're mercies. That's what they call themselves. And so somewhere there's a beast that has been slaughtering people in the north. And she takes on the job, the head of the Boneless Mercies takes on the job of finding this beast and slaying it so that they can get, first of all, a lot of money. And then they can also get recognition, and they can try and like leave this niche that they've placed themselves in where they just kill the old and they kill the young. You know, they want more for themselves. They want glory, they want money, and they want recognition for, I think that's the same as glory, but nice, cute. I love female friendship. I love female assassins. I love complex characters, and I hope this delivers on all fronts. How exciting. I haven't heard too much about this book on Book Twitter and on BookTube. Let's see. So those are my little Book Outlet books. And I have 2 more books for you guys. And I have a 3rd one coming in, but I don't have the patience to wait to film that. Hi, this is me, Sarah. Like a week and a half in the future, the book came in. The video isn't up yet. Here's the book that I wanted to include, but I didn't have the patience for. So here you go. Oh shit, I completely forgot about this. I also got the Red Ruby trilogy. Don't ask why, don't ask how, don't ask anything. If you know, you know. This book has been like a staple in the booktube community since like 2014. I remember reading this book freshman year of high school and I could not put it down for the life of me. So my library had Red Ruby and Sapphire Blue, but they did not have the last book, which is Emerald Green. They did not have Emerald Green, and I was out of my fucking, like, I could not find Emerald Green anywhere. I could not find it anywhere. I could not, like, I couldn't. So I was like freaking out because I wanted to conclude the series. So what did I do? I think I like created an Audible account and I used the free credit to read Emerald Green, which the book was not the best out of the 3 books, but whatever. I'm glad I did that. I enjoyed these books when I was younger, so I want them now because I hoard books. And if I could buy, are they back here? Where are they? If I could buy the little Iron Fae series from Julie Kagawa that I read when I was 10 years old, I can buy these books that I read when I was 14. So now I have 2 book of the month. So I have one YA book of the month and then I have one regular book of the month, which is a nice time to pause and say that I am a YA book of the month affiliate. I just burped. I am a YA book of the month affiliate. So basically how book of the month goes is you pay a $10 subscription a month, and in return you get access to the newest YA releases. They're all hardback, they're all nice covers, and it's also like a wide variety of choices. But yeah, so I have a link down below and it would really help me out if you clicked on it, checked it out. Let me get my book of the month open. Oh my gosh. Okay, these scissors are really small. I understand why people have regular size scissors now. Okay, I remember now. So this is typically how you get your books. It comes with a bookmark. How nice. It's called I Have No Secrets by Penny Jolson. So Jenna knows who the murderer is. She knows because he told her. He thought his secrets was safe because Gemma couldn't speak or move. But Gemma observes all kinds of things about everyone around her. His secret is just one of them. And when a new technology means she may be able to communicate and reveal all she knows, Gemma no longer feels powerless in the face of this deadly secret. It's a race against time before the killer acts again or tries to stop her. That's so interesting. I am excited for this book specifically. Nice. So this is my YA book of the month pick, and then I have a regular book of the month pick too. I have an affiliate link for book of the month YA, but I don't have one for regular book of the month, but I do have a regular book of the month with me today. So that's confusing, but I have another book to open. It's my last book and it's the one that I am the most excited about. You have no idea, like I'm so freaking excited about this book. You can guess, like you can guess. I've mentioned it. I've had a couple of other books by this author in my haul. Why are y'all so loud? I've had a couple other books by this author in my haul so far. I'm so freaking excited, bro. I'm so excited. So the book that I have is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I love it. I'm so excited about it. Oh my freaking goodness. Ninth House. I feel like if you watch my channel, then you're probably like into YA. Or not even YA, like you're into the bookish world, at least a little bit. I don't think I have that much of an appeal that people who aren't already into bookish content. Like I don't think any of my audience is like people who are completely new to the bookish world. I don't have that kind of appeal, bro. I've heard literally nothing but good things about this book. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so freaking excited. This cover is so pretty. Again, so you've heard of Leigh Bardugo. I've had a couple of her books in this video. Basically, The Ninth House is about a girl named Alex who is hard on her luck. Her mom is a hippie. She has made a couple of not the best choices in regards to her partners, so she's like dated a handful of drug dealers. It all changes whenever she's caught up in a multi-homicide. Like she's a survivor of a multi-homicide, and at her hospital bed she is offered the chance to attend Yale. So she's a high school dropout. She's offered the chance to attend Yale and have her tuition paid for and everything, with the catch that she has to monitor a secret society at Yale and see what's going on. So Ninth House is the last book that I have going for you guys today. And all that being said, those are the books that I got in the past 2 weeks, and I'm really happy with it because even though like I know what these books were, like I picked these books, I forgot what they were for the most part. So yeah, those are the books. Again, I'm a YA book of the month affiliate. Link down below if you want to check it out. It would really help me out. I'm working on more content for this channel. I'm very excited to see where this channel is going to go. Again, thank you guys for 800, and that is all I have to say today. I've been Sarah. You've been great. This has been Reading with Sarah. Bye!